Hello from Myrtle Beach, or today we are just over the line in North Myrtle Beach. We are here at Barefoot Landing. We're going to give you a tour here in 2023, show you what's new, show you what might be new since your last trip. So come along with us for the walk. If you're new here, hi, I'm Carmen, and we cover everything Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area. Welcome back if you're a regular viewer. So I want to start out with one of the most popular places here, especially in the morning. This is Blueberry's Grill. They actually have two locations. There is a location in Myrtle Beach, but this is the Barefoot Landing location. And of course, we've got the Christmas Mouse here, which is one of Brian and I's favorite stores here at Barefoot Landing. So if you're not familiar with Barefoot Landing, it is a shopping, entertainment, and restaurant area here, just like I said, it's just over the line into North Myrtle Beach. It is right off Highway 17, and so it's a convenient location whether you're staying in North Myrtle Beach or in Myrtle Beach. They've got all kinds of stuff to look at, all kinds of stuff to buy. They have lots of restaurants, both fine dining and casual, so it's definitely something worth checking out. Right down there, you've got the Landshark Bar and Grill. That is fairly new, and we'll see that again as we come around. We're going to walk around this whole area, but I wanted to give you an overview right up here and show you what it looks like. And the Landshark that I just mentioned, that was new as of either last year or the year before. Leave us a comment if you know. I know it's very new. It replaced the Joe's Crab Shack. I think it opened last year. Oh wow, great blue heron, that's a treat to see. So this gives you an overview. There are some things over in this direction which we'll talk about that are out past the parking lot. And then as we look straight across, you have the Intracoastal Waterway, and there is free boat parking over there. And there's Lulu's, and then there's another newer establishment, the Crooked Hammock, and we'll go by and get a closer view of that. So here's the other side of the Christmas Mouse here. And we interrupt this tour to bring you breaking news of the Christmas Mouse. It is temporarily closed for renovations. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell you when they'll be done, but they do have another location. It says it's in Myrtle Beach on South Kings Highway, but it's almost in Surfside, so it's really far south. So it's a pretty good drive from here. So hopefully this location will be open again soon. So what is your favorite restaurant or store if you have been to Barefoot Landing? Let us know in the comments below. What brings you here? What's your big draw to come out here at Barefoot Landing? Now, if you're wondering why some of these places look closed, it's because they are. This is in the morning. Some places are going to be open and some places won't. It just depends. Like that store is definitely open. Their door's propped open. But as you can see, the California Pizza Kitchen is not open yet because it's not lunchtime yet. It's a little after 10. It's between 10 and 11 right now. And also we are, still not into full tourist season yet, so gonna be a few less people than normal. We've got Krabby Jack's General Store, and we are getting a new Build-A-Bear. That is brand new, new to here. There's one over at Broadway at the beach, but it is new for this area, so that's gonna be a new in 2023 thing. We've got Krabby Jack's General Store, which we also passed on the other side, and Bully's Pub and Grill. Bully's is actually fairly new as well, as is this Mulligan Golf Gift Store. Here's Umberto's. This is an establishment that has been here as long as I can remember. As long as I can remember Barefoot being here, I remember Umberto's. So let us know in the comments if you have eaten there. We actually haven't, even though it's been there a long time, and we like Italian food, but we have not eaten there. With like this Black Market Minerals, that's a fun shop. And over here you've got the Olive Shop and the Pepper Palace, which we've been into. I think we've shown that on one of our videos. Brian likes his hot sauces. Breezing up. Wow, I smell Umberto's. Do you smell that? It's like the garlic smells so good. I guess they're doing their prep for when they open. Wow, that smells good. That makes me hungry. And then they do have just a couple of little rides here, but not much. If you're looking for rides, Broadway at the beach would be a better bet for you. But they do have a couple of rides here. They've got this carousel here, is really pretty with all the animals. And sometimes they have a little train ride. I don't think it's open right now at this time of the year. Got the beach house. Yeah, Brian just pointed out it's not even here. This is where the train normally is. It's a little kiddie train, and then they have this little jumping area, and that's pretty much it for rides slash that kind of entertainment. And they have this nice little faux lawn area with chess and checkers. And then I mentioned earlier the Crooked Hammock Brewery. This is definitely a great addition to Barefoot Landing. It is huge. They do have their own brewery inside. They have tons of indoor seating, tons of outdoor seating. And if the weather's nice, this would be the perfect place to have a drink. And it's also part of the Crooked Hammock. This is Tortuga Island. And they do have swings there by the bar stools. You can look out facing the water, or you can look towards the bar. It's a pretty cool area. And then they also have this huge area over here to sit outside. They've got some cornhole games set up. It's really pretty cool. And when the weather is better than it is today, they do have yoga out on this grass right here as well. We've seen that several times. So if you're into yoga, that might be something to look into. But this is what makes Barefoot Landing so nice. These beautiful views back over the water. It's really nice how everything's around this lake. And then if you want to see more water, like I mentioned, if you see those high-rise buildings across the way, those are on the other side of the waterway. So you can go right down here behind Lulu's or behind any of these restaurants and take in the waterway, which is cool also. They do have this large children's playground where this big tree is. There is Greg Norman's, which is a popular fine dining restaurant. Lulu's is actually owned by Jimmy Buffett's sister, and that is definitely a popular place. And they do have seating right on that intracoastal waterway I mentioned, as well as some fun outdoor areas that we'll get a little closer and show you. They have, I think they usually have cornhole set up as well, and they have these large garage doors they can open in warm weather to let the fresh air in, sort of that indoor-outdoor dining feel, which is what you want when you're at the beach and it's warm. So yeah, right up here, they've got this big sand area. They've got sort of a volleyball court set up. They've got that ropes course set up. That's also related to Lulu's, and this arcade down here is also owned by Lulu's. So it really brought a lot of stuff to this area. And then right over here on the water, there is an amphitheater. They do have concerts, especially during the main season. And I believe they provide free chairs as well. Those are put up right now, but they will be out again for the season. Another great look across here. So we'll cut across their lawn. I do want to mention Taco Mundo is that sort of beige color building right over there. Tons of people I know have said that's a great place to eat, and they also have seats right on the waterway. Over here we've got Sweet Molly's Creamery. We've got a Kentucky Mist Distillery. And if you're not familiar, that's moonshine, so you can go in there and get some samples. And they've got their door propped open. So like I said, you're going to see a mix. Some will be open, some will open a little later, especially restaurants will open a little later typically. And then straight ahead, oh, and I don't want to miss faux pas, that is a dog-friendly shop. And they usually have some water out front for your furry friends. And then the Mole Hole is a large gift shop. And we're about to turn the corner. You can see It's Sugar straight across. And then the Savannah Bee Company. And so this is exciting, and this is breaking news. If you watch all of our videos, we just did a tour here at Christmas to show you all the Christmas decorations. This was still here when we did that tour, so this is very new breaking news. They have finally gotten rid of, if you've followed all the news, it was the Myrtle Beach Safari and their little, you can see some of it back there with the tiger, their little promo center, but it hasn't been open for years that I'm aware of. That was sitting there. They finally started doing something with this. So it says now open Happy Camper Beer and Food Truck. Oh, that's over at the Crooked Hammock. So this is just all advertisement. So they're not telling us what's coming in here yet. So that's just all Crooked Hammock stuff. So we'll see. Maybe Crooked Hammock's going to put a second food truck there or something. We will definitely keep you posted. But anyway, if you watch the Tiger King, that was one of the guys, Doc Antle, from that show. And as you know, if you've been following the news, he's in trouble with the feds. So I don't think things are going too well for him. Bird's Famous Cookies is actually fairly new. And they do have some yummy cookies. They smell really good. There's a tasting room, wine tasting. Bake sale, and I think bake sale is actually pretty new too. You can let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think that's pretty new. We've got Silver Shack, Quiet Storm, My Cup, Blue Moon Trading Company. And also, we have not eaten at Blueberries yet, but I get requests once in a while asking where can I eat if I'm gluten-free. I do know from their advertisements that they do have gluten-free options. Now, I can't tell you how safe it is depending on your current situation. You'll have to make your own judgment call and talk to them, of course. But that is one place I know advertises that they have gluten-free food. Tiki Gems. We're going to go right over here and show you a few things that are outside the lake area. So right up here, you can see that flying fish straight across. There's also a River City Grill. And so those are two very popular eating establishments. So they're right across the parking lot on this side. And then also the Alabama Theater. I have been there. It is a massive theater. I went there to their Christmas show many, many years ago, and it was good. Then we also have a House of Blues. There's also a Dick's Last Resort. And then further over, you've got the Duplin Winery, and you also have the Alligator Adventure, but those sort of have their own parking, but they're in this general direction. So there's a lot of stuff over here besides the stuff around the lake. So it's not just these stores that are, surrounding the lake area. And then up here, got the Pick-a-Pearl, and a lot of people have said they enjoy that. Earthbound Trading Company. And then we do have some empty storefronts here. Don't know what's coming here next, hopefully something soon. And then right here on the ends where Johnny Rockets used to be, and that is gone as well. So hopefully they will be getting something else there soon. It's like this is kind of a quiet little corner down here without much going on, because this storefront to my to my right is also empty. There's another view of that Alabama Theater. So we are going to head back across over here. I'll show you the sign here that's pointing to some of the things I mentioned, just in case you can't understand what I said and you want to look them up. Because one of them I didn't mention is the Wild Wing Cafe. So that shows you what is over in that direction. I do smell the wings. That smells really good. Obviously, it's getting up towards lunchtime and I am getting hungry. So here's another view of that Landshark Bar and Grill that I mentioned. And so they have indoor seating, outdoor seating. They also, you can kind of see the garage doors there around their bar. That again, you can have that sort of al fresco feeling, even though you're kind of inside, you're kind of outside. I like that option. It's nice. So you can enjoy, wow, look at all these birds. And see, this is another nice part of Barefoot Landing. You get the nature too. I mean, you really do. Sometimes we've seen some really big birds. There are alligators here too. I know people don't think of coming to Myrtle Beach and there being alligators. You don't see them as much here unless you go to Alligator Adventure, which is kind of like a little zoo. But if you go down to Huntington Beach State Park, you have a very good chance of seeing an alligator. We have seen them multiple times there. And sometimes they even show up on the beach, which is unusual. It's very rare for them to be on the beach, but it happens. So we are headed over towards Ron John's Surf Shop. There is another location of that at Broadway at the beach as well. And I know a lot of you really enjoy that shop. We've gotten a lot of good feedback about that shop. It is a nice shop. I actually have a bodyboard from there. So they've definitely got some nice things. That Sea Bags that you see over there, that's been open 2 or 3 years now. It has, as you would imagine, bags, purses, bags, totes, that kind of thing. And then you can see the back of Francesca's here. Alright, we have come around. Oh, I just cut a small part out where there was really nothing to see. We're coming back up to the front area. So 17 is behind me, Highway 17. There's We Are Sweet. And so here's the front of Francesca's. Got Caraloha. And so there's a look over. So right there you can actually see Dick's Last Resort that I mentioned. We're looking straight at it. I know some of you said you really enjoy doing that. That is not my cup of tea, but you know, if it's something you enjoy, that's great. I don't want to be insulted when I'm having my meal. If you're not familiar with it, that's what it is. It's one of those where the wait staff kind of give you a hard time, but it can be funny. And then here's Landshark up close. I just wanted to give you a more up close view and show you their outdoor seating over here. They also have some games. They have a little playground. They have a giant chair you can do some photos in. So yeah, they got this nice outdoor area as well. Although honestly, I think I'd rather be over there eating on the water there, but this is nice too. Nice place to hang out, have a drink. And they got this cute little pirate ship playground. So if you got your kids with you, that's fun. Del Sol. Wax Beyond. And so, as you might guess from the Christmas decorations ahead, because we are not in the Christmas season, we are back around a Christmas mouse. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to click on the video on your screen right now and click subscribe so you won't miss anything new. Thanks so much for watching. Until our next adventure.